It'll be 1 to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go!
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Claire Belang XM, can you talk about how you became so good at these restarts? You know, when you were younger, you probably focused on it. You've been thinking a lot about these restarts in your head, but talk about getting to this point where you're just darn good at these restarts.
Well, I mean, you try throughout the years. My dad was probably my biggest influence on restarts and helping me. And you know, there's some keys to it that help you out, and I'm not going to tell you. So I'll keep those for myself and to my dad, and he'll know. But besides that, I mean, it's just about anticipation. It's about visualizing something that's not yet there, but just trying to think of all the different scenarios that can happen, and with all the different type of racing that I've done over the years, whether it's been dirt, whether it's been Legends cars, late models, everything. There's been so many different types of restarts that I've ever had that ultimately, you know, you start to see a trend, or you start to see something, and you know, very rarely do you see something that hasn't happened yet. But you know, there's still plenty of times I'm sure I can learn something more, and you know, just having the right anticipation and being able to you know, get it through the gears right.
Bob, can you talk about when you kind of tapped the wall there in turn 4, I want to say, at one point, or just kind of nudged it? What happened, and did it affect your car in any way?
I was just loose off. We couldn't get the loose off out of it, and I think I think I was leading, and a few laps later, I don't know, 10, 15 laps later, Carl came up and got by me there. I was just overdriving the car, I think, a little bit, just not getting it down in the corner, down to the bottom of the racetrack, and getting the 4 tires stuck to the track before I would accelerate. And you know, when I wouldn't do that and then I would accelerate, then I'd just be all over the racetrack on the exit, and I just slid up too high and just nudged the wall there. And it didn't really affect much. I don't think it changed it much. I think once I calmed down and cooled the right rear tire down, when Carl got by me there, then I got back into a rhythm.
All right, we'll finish up with Jim Utter and then David Newton.
Jim Utter, Charlotte Observer. Kyle, for a long time, the 18 was kind of the bread and butter of Joe Gibbs Racing. I was wondering if you could just talk a little bit about not just with JD and Joe, but the guys on the team, what they're kind of feeling like this season to have that team back kind of as the #1 team at Gibbs.
All I see are smiles, man. They're just so ecstatic, and I mean, that's great to see, and that's a great feeling for me to have guys that can get as worked up as I can about racing, and you know, not just because we're winning, but because we're running well, and we're communicating, we're talking, we're working well with each other, and we're able to be friends off the racetrack too, and go out and celebrate, have a good time, and yet still focus on what the job and the task is at hand. So, I mean, that's the best part, and I mean, there's so many great guys and girls at Joe Gibbs Racing that work there, and work so hard every week, and whether they're in the marketing department, the machine shop, anywhere at Joe Gibbs Racing, I mean, they're there for a reason, and that's to win and to win championships. And so, for me to get there and for this thing to be as special as it is this year is just it's great, because it means so much to those guys, not just to me, but to those guys and their families, to know that their hard work is finally paying off. And Tony had a great run tonight too. I want to say that he looked really, really strong, and I thought that he was going to be the Joe Gibbs car here tonight to beat. But unfortunately, I don't know if they made an adjustment that didn't work out for him or what. But still, he had a good run.
Hey, Kyle, you sounded so humble on the radio after you won. Is this season and what's going on having that effect on you?
It is. I mean, I don't know how to put it, but it's just so different, I guess, you know, with being able to win 1 race a year or 2 races a year. You know, you try so hard, and yet you get so down on yourself because you can't. And now this year, it's just like, wow, this is something that's crazy. You know, this doesn't come along very often. I know Jimmy won, I think, 10 races the past 2 years, and Jeff's done it in the past. But you know, this to me, I never dreamed of it for myself. You know, you always see it happen with somebody else, and you feel good about them being able to do that. And Jimmy last year, you know, I was over there, and I was just like, man, what do we got to do to get some wins here? And, you know, he's just taking them all. But you know, now that feeling's come upon me, I know how he felt. I mean, you just got to stay humble in this deal, and yet stay hungry. Go out there and do what you can in order to survive in these races and to survive up front and try to win. And somehow it's paying off and it's working out, and I'm just so proud of the effort.
Jim, finish up with Jim here.
Yeah, Jim Pedley with the Kansas City Star. Kyle, you've won some races this year with great cars and great driving. Tonight you got some luck on your side. Are you starting to feel this is a charm season for you? Are you got a gut feeling going here that this may be the one?
I really don't know. I mean, I think somebody said to me last week, do you feel like you're going to wear it out? Because Jeff Gordon, I guess, he had the beginning of the year, the first 26 races just sewn up and was gone. And then in the final 10, he finished second in points, which wasn't bad, but he just didn't quite have the luck or the spark that he had in the first 26. So I'm hoping we don't lose it, but I mean, it's just there's definitely been some luck in this first part of the season, and you've got to have some of that to win some of these races. And some people say you'd rather be good than lucky. Some people say you'd rather be lucky than good, but I'd rather have a little bit of both and be able to go out there and capitalize with all of it on your side.
Kyle, thank you, and congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Probably about 6 feet. Yeah, that's 4 in a row, isn't it, for us? Yeah.